to quote them again, they said, we simply don't know what the problem was.
Well, he's just gone green in, or blue or whatever, turquoise in Sector 1. So Andre's obviously pleased with what Marcel handed him as far as a car goes.
I was just about to say, before I saw that fetching shade of turquoise in, on the timing screen, that I wasn't sure whether perhaps there was the whole truth and nothing but the truth in the we don't know what happened. But
I find that hard to believe, but and I'm not saying that they aren't telling the truth.
No,
it
no,
would
no,
just
not
be,
at all.
that would be very un-Audi-like. That's a term we've been using a lot this week.
Yeah,
that things
yeah.
are un-Audi-like. But hey, with electric motors and gremlins and good heavens, I mean, you can chase, if you get an electrical problem, you can chase it all the way through your wiring loom, and it'll take months to find it sometimes. So
yeah, I'm sure it will. As somebody who knows absolutely nothing about how one would do that.
You're English.
Yes, of course.
You're Lucas.
I have a chap to do.
Oh, yes. Like the old Bentley manual. Have your man check the oil regularly. Have your man.
But of course.
The gap between the first two is
we amaze you sometimes, don't we,
no,
Paul?
no, I love it. I mean, I think this is, as I say, I think it works very well. The gap is coming down first to second,
That's
and
a put down, by
I
the
keep
way.
on, I keep on sort of this advantage that Toyota has. Is not a secure advantage. It's not one of those gaps that's kind of just eking out, and every time something happens it goes out a little bit. Every time something happens it actually comes down a little bit, and then Toyota does something clever, or they get a bit of luck and it goes out. So it's one of those kind of real swinging pendulum things which goes both sides of the midpoint. And although the Toyota has the advantage at the moment, Porsche is putting a lot of pressure on. They are going more quickly, and if you kind of extend it out, I think it was Mike Conway who was talking to Nick earlier on, and saying it's flat out, it's flat out. Yes, they do have a lead, but in no way can they defend the lead because the Porsche is coming, and they know the Porsche is coming, and they've got to be right on it all the time. You know, they've got themselves into the lead by various means, longer stints, a little bit of luck behind the safety car, but that Porsche is a little bit quicker every time. And you know, we were talking about average lap times. They are closing up. It's not a lot, but it is enough. With a little over half of the race gone now. At least we've got over the top point in the race, and we're heading back down the other side. But you know, there's still an awfully long way to go.
91.2 FM, Mobile One Radio Le Mans for 2016 in GT Pro. The 68 car has made his pit stop. One of the interesting things about racing here at Le Mans, sometimes you live by the traffic and you die by the traffic. The 64 car, which is currently in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position in the class, 26th overall, had his mirrors full, the Aston Martin number 97, but then faster cars came through, a bunch of prototypes came through, and the poor Aston Martin was left wanting at the end of that as Milner, or actually that's Ricky Taylor. Nope, I'm sorry, Jordan Taylor in the 64 car used the cars going through to much to his advantage. He did a great job keeping his pace up, and in the meantime, Johnny Adam, who is driving the number 97 Aston Martin, was left to kind of struggle with the traffic. But now, as they go down the Mulsanne straightaway, they go through the second chicane. Johnny Adam has caught right back up and is right on the tailpipe, and is at this point could probably start flashing his lights and playing some games.
Yeah, yes, I'm sure he could, as they go down Mulsanne, one of the parts of the circuit which is virtually unlit throughout. There's some lights at each of the chicanes, but besides that, not very much. In the very early days, of course, it was dark throughout, but there are quite a few places now on the circuit which are fully lit. Obviously, start-finish line, and that most of the major corners now.
Paul, you can make a note, the garage door has gone down on the 92 car, so they have called it a day with that Porsche. But this battle on the racetrack continues to go between, as that now at the end of the Mulsanne straightaway, the Aston Martin goes by on the inside. That's actually through Indianapolis. They'd made it all the way. They just at the entrance to Indianapolis, Johnny Adam made a beautiful move on Taylor, Jordan Taylor. Jordan and Ricky are both out there right now. Jordan is in the 64. Ricky's in the 63. And so now it's Taylor's turn to try and get the position back. Yes. So that's the battle for fifth.
Not bad for a rookie at Le Mans, is it? Johnny Adam, reigning British GT champion for fans of UK racing. So he's a well-known figure around the British racing scene, but making his debut at Le Mans this year and going great guns in that Aston Martin. No doubt the Corvette is a little bit strangled, but it's a great battle between the two of them. And within their own little private battle, because they'll be saying, oh, never mind about the Fords and the Ferraris, the turbocharged cars. We're having our own normally aspirated battle here, and there'll be a lot of pride at stake between Aston and Corvette through just the history between the two.
It's a rivalry that goes way back, and it's a great rivalry that's based on a lot of respect and mutual admiration.
And that pass that Johnny Adam made was on the way in to Indianapolis, which is a very fast part of the circuit.
Keeps those bad boys in a bowling ball bag, I can tell you that much. Matteo Melicelli leads the class in the number 82. That's the Rizzi Competizione Ferrari. So there's just kind of a little, I don't know, wave the flag here a little bit, a little red, white, and blue color to the top of the GTE Pro class, as the 82 Rizzi is a American entry, along with the 69 and 68 Fords. They come from the American IMSA Championship. They don't compete in the, it's the 66 and 67, which are the cars that are the Multimatic entries in the WEC. Then comes the two Aston Martins, Sorensen and Johnny Adam, and then the Corvettes, the Corvette of Jordan Taylor. So let's go down to Owen. He's caught up with Ben Barker.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm down here in the Golf Porsche garage with Ben Barker. Now Ben, I get the impression you might have been enjoying yourself out there in that stint, because the guys in the studio were commenting on some really stellar times you were doing in that stint, and a lot of smiles and a lot of backslapping when you came into the garage, so I'm guessing you're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a testament to the car and to the team, because it was a pleasure to drive, you know, and when the driver is comfortable and it's pleasurable for the driver, then it means that the team's doing something right. So, you know, we're all gluing, we're all, you know, really working hard, and at the end of the day, it kind of feels easy, and it kind of should feel easy when it's going right. So, yeah, it was a great stint. I was almost 3 hours, I think I was out there for, so my arse is a bit dead, but apart from that, it's great fun, and Adam's going to go out now and push his little socks off as well.
Fantastic. You look remarkably fresh from a 3-hour stint, so what's the plan now? Some sleep and some food?
Yeah, try to. I'm buzzing a bit too much at the moment, so hopefully I'll have a come down in about 10 minutes and then get some rest, so much needed.
Brilliant. Well done, Ben Barker. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Adrenaline will do that to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That moment when you jump out of the car and your heart's going and everything else. But Owen did say these people are so fit that they can do 3 hours and get out of the car.
Yeah,
and okay,
nothing.
they're tired. They know they've done the whole bit, but nonetheless they look as if they've just run upstairs.
I was going to say, at least some of them have the good grace to sweat a little.
Yeah, a little. Whereas with you and me, it'd be
good Lord, they'd ring us out with
it would not be
Put
good,
that one on the shelf for a couple of hours, because he's done.
However, actually, that's fairly academic, because the chances of either of us ever getting into one of these cars is very
slim and none, and that Slim's on that horse riding out of town. The number 55 GTE Am Ferrari is going to have to suffer a 1-minute stop-and-go penalty for speeding in a slow zone. Adam Scott currently behind the wheel of that car. Not sure if he was the offending party or not.
No, these.
I suspect normally it takes long enough to assess some of these things that he was not, in fairness to him.
Yeah.
Aaron Scott, not Adam. I apologize. Aaron.
Yeah. It's Aaron, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Just as soon as I said it, I knew I needed to double check it because it didn't sound right.
The 97 Aston Martin is down into the pit lane, so that's Johnny Adam now coming in.
That's going to end, at least for a little while, that great battle with Jordan Taylor. Also moves the Corvette now into back into fifth position, and he's chasing Marco Sorensen. He's about 1 minute and 40 seconds behind Marco, so it'll take a little while to cut into that advantage unless Jordan really gets the whip to that Corvette.
I think that's one of the real joys about endurance racing of any sort, is that it's not just about what's happening on track. And we've heard from Paul Truswell the whole thing of right at the front of the field that perhaps the Porsche is the dominant one of the two leading cars, although the Toyota is out in the lead. And you can do the same all the way down where you say, yeah, that's a minute ahead, but is it really a minute ahead or is it not? There's all that great stuff, and it's you were saying about Daytona and you know, the difference with a lot of night in Daytona. One of the things that I will be doing when I'm not doing this is I'm coming to Daytona next year. I'm definitely coming to Daytona next year.
Well, we'd love to have you. Love to have you.
So yeah, I shall be there, and I've said it on air now.
I think there's more than a little historic racing in your future too, isn't there?
Yes, I think so. We've got a fair few things to do with historicracingnews.com, which is the website I run in that part of my life.
Lead change in GTE AM. Townsend Bell has gotten by Al Khawazi. That's the 62 Ferrari passing the 88 Proton Porsche. So that puts Bell, Siegel, and Sweedler in the lead. Again, they have been